PlayStation.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Kristaps Porzingis.
You can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Here we go. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. The 1-2 punch of Anunoby and Towns are inside for him. Jalen Brunson out there with Miles McBride. And it's Bridges in at the 3. And for the Hawks, the backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. And it's Porzingis in at the center. Well, we've got a contrast in styles tonight, don't we, Greg? On one side, a terrific offensive team. On the other, a lockdown defensive team.
Yeah, and to me, the best offenses can run through strong B. After all, you can win shooting threes, and there's a lot of perimeter to defend out there.
On the wing, Daniels, defended by Bridges. And here's Young from the arc. Drops in the tray. Young's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Hawks. Brunson outside. Anunoby with the screen for Brunson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You know, what makes Porzingis a nightmare matchup, guys, is his size, skill, and agility.
Towns, the screen. Here's Brunson. And the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Young. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 5. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Brunson. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Towns down low, defended by Young. And Towns gets it to go.
I'd keep going to Towns inside. I mean, it's not complicated. He got awesome touch. Plus, he's 6'11" and almost 300 lbs.
Here's Reza Shea. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Kevin?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Towns a screen on Young. And Brunson, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's got his second bucket.
Boy, love the assertiveness and commitment from Brunson going to the rack.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Right wing. Porzingis finds Johnson. Here's Reza Shea. Bridges with the steal. Brunson against Young, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Reza Shea.
We see this often. Brunson getting an angle and then forcing the defense into a foul.
The first free throw is good. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Josh Hart comes in for Miles McBride. Second free throw, no good. They need this. And the dunk by Reza Shea.
Yeah, if you give Riche a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Assistant, Dali.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And Hart drops them both.
Josh Hart is one of those guys who just seems to be all over the place all at the same time. I mean, he'll defend anybody. And when it comes to guards, there's nobody that rebounds is better than him.
Now, here is Young. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Clarkson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Elevating like a rocket booster, Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Young outside. Bridges against Daniel. And here's Johnson outside. Rebounded by Clarkson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The Hawks trail by 4. Johnson up top. Outside Daniel. Young left side. The Hawks again can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. Back to Robinson. And that one's good. Brunson. And that's now 7 points here for Jalen Brunson.
Tough as they come, sometimes it looks like Brunson prefers finishing through contact.
Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Riche, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dyson Daniel. Pass to Young. Puts up a 3, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Kolek, defended by Young. Kolek, no good. The Hawks trail by 6. Down low. Okongwu down low. Robinson on him. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. New York with the ball. This run now up to 13-2. Clarkson outside. Off target with his 3. For Atlanta, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Young passes to Porzingis. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He is on one right now, getting to his spot and executing.
Hart with a screen on Young. Pass to Hart. Porzingis with the block.
And there's a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
.51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, Alexander Walker. Scoreless thus far. A 3 ball. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Inside, and stolen by Okongwu. Here's Krejci. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Dali. Three-pointer. Towns, no luck. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. New York ahead, leading by just one. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight is scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kolek in at the one spot.
Letting him have that from mid-range. The defense dodged the bullet there.
Driving to the basket. Pass to Okongwu. To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Big Cat says, take that.
The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Houston. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Kolek. Towns the screen. To the inside. All alone. And again, it's New York.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
For 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Knicks leading by 7. To the paint, Robinson. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns. Second, Mitchell Robinson.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And with the trend grade toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Gay. Here's Rizeshay. And it's off from three-point range. Brunson against Young. Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. On deep, Brunson, that's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Boy, there's Brunson again with that quick release. Always ready to fire.
Pass to Gay. And here's Daniels. To the inside. Shea misses. The Knicks leading by 8. And it's hard penetrating. Obviously can't hit. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Young with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter. Yabusele is screen on Daniel. McBride passes to Hart. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Daniels dishes to Young. Back to Daniels. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season, he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 10. Left side, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, Brunson does such a good job operating and orchestrating the offense. You really do want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. It felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding him.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu. And then for New York, Akporti's checked in. And Miles McBride subbed in for Josh Hart. Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Occasionally, Bridges will go right after defenders like he did there.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Back to Young. Here's Shea. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one. And the Knicks with possession here. Looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And that one, good. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Hawks?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
How about this run Craig they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
The big man throwing it down. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-3 though. Doesn't take much vertical to punch it home.
So it's the Knicks now. After the basket by Atlanta. Here's Akporti. They can't stop the run with that one. Young with the ball. Brunson picks him up. The 3. Akporti grabs the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. Daniels with the steal. Shea wide open. Hands it from downtown. Shea's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Towns, he's checked in for the Knicks. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. You look at Atlanta, they're sitting pretty, second place, looking to take the top spot. And checking out New York, 7 games back.
And I think for the Hawks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now, Shea, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Shea missing.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Young against Brunson. To stop the drought, here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, I like the way Towns is engaged on offense. Feels like he can score from anywhere on the floor.
Towns with the steal. Pass to Bridges. 44 seconds left in the second quarter. Rizachet with the steal. Now here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Young for three. It's rebounded by New York.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Young from outside. The shot comes out. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks lead by 3. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks so much, Chris Stapps. You guys hold the lead. How do you evaluate your team's play in this first half?
I think we played pretty well. Defensively, we were helping each other. We were there in the right spots. Just the last couple of minutes of this second quarter, we got to let them get to the basket and get in our paint and score easy buckets.
Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Hello folks, still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
You gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now. You and me, Shaq, come on.
I don't even think you could beat Ernie.
Hey, easy.
And shifting focus back to our game, the Knicks are right in the thick of it.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Knicks trail by 3. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Young in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Towns with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here is Young. To Rizachet. 6 on the shot clock. Here is Daniels, defended by McBride. The Knicks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Bridges kicks to Brunson. Bridges passes to Towns. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Outside Daniel. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
First in rebounding. And they're in the top 10 in field goal percentage. They know when to push the action and when to pull it back.
And that #1 ranking in rebounding is no fluke. They've got the muscle and, Greg, the persistence to control the glass in every game they play. Now here's Brunson. He's got 12. Here's Johnson.
Watch out for the roll. Come on,
That's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Here's Brunson. He's been a nice option for them offensively. He's averaging more than 17 points a game. And the dunk by Towns.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Just a threat to score off the dribble. Young is crafty at assessing the defense and exploiting it.
Outside Daniel. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Right at the free throw line. Johnson for 3. Towns with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 4. McBride with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. Towns, a screen on Porzingis. McBride passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. We have a second. Take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Knicks, 4th.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Young outside. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's McBride. He's covered by Daniels. It's tipped. Young with the steal. Here's Ricochet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Young, following the score by New York. Fires for 3. No good on that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Towns with the defensive effort.
As he often does, he gets to the rim, but that's just stellar defense.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game. One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
New York trailing. And here's Brunson. He's got 12. Rebound by the Hawks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Ricochet. Johnson kicks to Daniels. Porzingis high post. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing safe.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Hawks making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Here's a look at some of the stats for Zachary Rizachet.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
There's a screen by Robinson. Picked away. Inside, here's Daniels. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Shemin finds Clarkson. Pocket 6. New York needs to get off a shot. And the Knicks miss again. Atlanta leading by 6. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Robinson sets a screen for Clarkson. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. Going inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Now, here is Robinson. Nothing on the board. 5 on the clock. Robinson a screen on Johnson. Looking to end the run. Rebound, Atlanta.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis.
That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Yabusele, he's checked in for Landry Shannon. Knicks trail by 10. Robinson a screen on Young. Down low and scored by Okongwu. That's right here come the Hawks. And Houston gets it to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now, here is Robinson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Okongwu grabs the board.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Alexander Walker. No good from outside. Knicks trail by 12. Clarkson outside. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Kolek, and so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And they're winning the turnover battle. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been great. Active hands. Okay, the other thing is it's allowing us the defensive rebound. Okay, so keep attacking the defensive rebound.
And Quinn Snyder really focusing on stops and limiting the other side to 1 shot per possession.
And that's his calling card. Terrific defensive coach, demands excellence from his guys on that end of the floor.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Towns is out there with Robinson. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Count that one. Houston's got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Clarkson. Now here's Towns. Towns is doubled. And Hart has it in the corner. And stolen by Okongwu. Young for three. Connects from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
That's good from Young.
And it's become clear what a leader Young is on this team. He senses when they need an infusion of confidence and always tries to provide it.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for the Hawks. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Brunson the pass to Hart. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Brunson. Now Robinson. Young with the steal. Alexander Walker with the ball. Bounce pass Young. Here's Gay. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns. That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Johnson down low, defended by Hart. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Knicks trail by 17. Clarkson passes to Hart. Now Brunson. Towns the screen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Defenses have to anticipate that Brunson will put them in awkward, tough situations. He's got a knack for it with his change of pace and quietly physical play as a point guard.
And the Knicks making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Young drives in. Johnson draws the double. Stolen by Anunoby. Hart outside. Brunson surveying the D. Brunson carving out space inside.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Reza Shea in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Reza Shea. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anunoby finds Brunson. And he drives in. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Johnson sets the screen for Daniels. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Reza Shea. He's guarded by Anunoby.
Another one for Reza Shea. This young man from France has insane potential, and we are seeing a bit of it tonight.
Johnson against Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Trae Young, and the first one drops.
Brunson has really developed into such a leader on the floor. He was that way in college. Quiet but assertive, controls the pace and tempo of the game, creates space for his teammates. He's really a coach on the floor in many respects.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges checked in for Hart, and Miles McBride subbed in for Jordan Clarkson.
True highlight of Richard's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Trae Young.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. It's in there.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Johnson outside. The three is off. Knicks trail by 17. And stolen by Daniels. Young looking around. Now Porzingis. Outside Daniels. 6 to shoot. Puts up the 3. Towns with the rebound. Knicks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The Hawks leading by 17. Outside Porzingis, from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Brunson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis. And GA, just when you think you've seen it all, last season a father and son playing as teammates, NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
Play it, no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Jacks up a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Young's got 13 points in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And you always like to jump on your opponent early in a season series. This is just the first of 3 between these two teams, but a good win to go up 1-0 on the year against the Knicks.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Anunoby is screen on Young. Here's Brunson. Young against Towns. Second shot opportunity. Rebound Atlanta. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Clarkson. Now, Alexander Walker. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Trae Young.